What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on Proven Power Cycles. For those who don't know me, my name is Eric. We got Daryl. Heyo. There it is. Heyo. We got Lewis over there cleaning some injectors. He's hiding. He's nervous. He's shy. So today we got a 2022 ZX14r. We know you guys love them. Here it is. So today we're getting ready to baseline this bike. It's completely stock, as you guys have noticed. Well, like someone said in the last video, he does have a fender eliminator on. So it's not 100% stock. But performance-wise, it's got a stock exhaust, stock air filter, and everything else is stock on it, okay? Stock chain and sprocket. I believe it's only at like 700 miles. He doesn't really ride it. Let's see where we're at. 767. What we're gonna do, and he saw our old videos that we've already posted on some of the other ZX14Rs. We're gonna do the oil mods, clutch mods, a full exhaust system, a quick shifter, and a Sprint P08 air filter. And I believe that is everything on the list. There might be a couple more little odds and ends, but for the most part, those are the biggies that we're gonna hit. And obviously an ECU flash and dyno tune. We're gonna baseline it today, and then we're gonna start stripping it down and getting it all ready to go for all the mods. So as you guys know, you know our process. We're gonna do the baseline and then we'll re-baseline it after we install everything, and then we'll do the full tune so you guys can see the different stages and get that appreciation for how the bike came in versus how the bike's gonna leave. Let's get the bike all warmed up and let's go ahead and do the baselines. Cold start, baby. All right, guys. Well, admittedly, Lewis is very fast. He went ahead and we have the oiling mods all inside the ZX14R. He's going through right now and actually just kind of torquing up the oil pan. Oh, did you do the oil pressure relief?
I did the oil pressure relief. Because we had just put the cover back on just to seal up the motor so we can remove it around.
Okay.
I gotta drop it down, clean it off, and then put the new gasket on.
Okay. So he's got to do a new gasket. That's what he was just saying. The oil pressure relief valve is in. The oil mods are all in this bike. He just got done putting the Brock's clutch mod together as well. So this one's going to be like a, so it does not have the heavy duty, or the extra heavy duty. This has the heavy duty springs in there, shimmed out. So basically it kind of, it strengthens the clamping force on the clutch. And given that this is more or less going to be a street bike, we don't need to do anything super crazy like the extra heavy duty. The guy riding this bike is not a big guy either. It's not like he's a 300-pound guy. So we're able to get away with a, how should I word this? A slightly less modified clutch, or less of a clamping force clutch on this particular bike versus some of the other ones that we do. He does go out and race it every now and then. He was telling us with his son, they do some roll racing and stuff, but again, it's nothing crazy. So, and what I'm getting at with the clamping force and the spring rate is this right here. So when you pull this clutch in and you're pulling it in, if we were to go, let me straighten this up just a little bit, Lewis. So if we were to go with a the extra heavy duty, or if we were to put it basically to like the max level on the heavy duty springs, that clutch pull, this clutch lever pull, especially if you're doing any kind of stop and go traffic or anything like that, that clutch lever pull is gonna get very tiring over time. It's gonna get like very redundant where you're like, dude, this sucks. So what we like to do is kind of set it up appropriately for what the bike is currently set up for. So if he was telling us like, hey, I want more power, I'm gonna be running it, racing it, I'm gonna be dig racing it, etc., we would change that up a little bit more, and we would make that a little stiffer of a clutch and make it to where it's gonna grab really hard and right out the gate kind of thing. So instead we set it up correctly for what they're going to be utilizing the bike for. That's why I like to get an idea as to, hey, let me talk to the customer, let me get an idea of what they're going to be running the bike for, so we can again set it up correctly and not just go full out, you know, send mode on these things. So it's not always a good thing to do max effort on some of this stuff when it doesn't need to be set up that way. Lewis got the full Brox alien head system on here, looking sharp. So here it is. We need to do the final wipe down. So he's got a, now this is a stainless steel system, so we're gonna wipe it down with the brake clean, and gonna get all that cleaned up. All the springs, we got all the springs on here, and there should be springs on the bottom. So you got all the springs knocked out down there. Oil mods are in, clutch mods are on, and he also got the Sprint POA air filter. All of that is inside too. He even got the sticker on there to prove it. You put it in there. It's in there. It's in there. I'm just kidding. It's in there. It'll show on the dyno. It's in there. But yeah, the exhaust looks killer. Look at that. He is shining. Look at that. Dang, it looks good. It looks really, really good. So like we said, the last thing that he just needs to do now is wipe it down. Once everything's wiped down and cleaned up, he'll throw the radiator back on here and get that all bolted in. We'll throw a few heat cycles in on this. We'll get it all loaded up on the dyno here very, very, very soon. And we also, so he's got the quick shifter on too, the Heel Tech quick shifter right there. So here's the quick shifter, there's the sensor. So he's got it all routed running up through here. Now part of the harness is going to the back where the module is. So here's the module. So that's part of it. And then the rest of it's gonna go up to your ignition coils. So the other side of it's gonna go up in here to the ignition coil harness, okay? Now it's kind of hard to see because it is a ZX14r, it's a mother lover. So it's all up in there. It's really difficult to see it because it is a very tight spot. So all that harness is wired in as well. And I believe that is about it. So after this, like we said, it just needs to see the dyno and get it all dialed in, get it all tuned up, and we should be good to go. We got the 2022 ZX14r all on the dyno. It is ready to be tuned. We have the Brox exhaust installed. We got the oiling mods installed. We got the air filter installed. We got the clutch mods installed. We got a fresh oil change. And we got the Heel Tech quick shifter all installed. So I'm gonna calibrate the Heel Tech quick shifter while we're doing the ECU flash and dyno tune. And we're also going to, what else are we gonna do? Oh, clean the chain and sprocket. So that's always something that we do with every ECU flash and dyno tune. And we're getting ready to baseline it again with all the new setup. Oh, and we have the Sprint POA air filter installed as well. So I believe that's everything. So we got everything installed, everything looks good. And we're gonna see what a baseline's at again right now. He did get the alien head too. Full exhaust system from Brox. Stupid fast. So I had a customer that actually asked me specifically, hey man, how come I didn't get that badge? Just to let you know, they do not come with stupid fast badges, okay? They come with just Brox performance. They don't have the stupid fast. It doesn't come with it. You have to, this is a special order item, okay? So if you do order an exhaust through us, let us know if you want the stupid fast badge, okay? We can switch it all up and get it all, we'll rivet it all on there and all that jazz. We can swap it all out for you. But we just wanted to let you know, just let us know ahead of time so we can get that done for you, okay? I've always enjoyed this color scheme on the bikes, the Nardo Gray. Comment down below, tell us what you guys think about the color scheme on this one in particular. And with that being said, let's go ahead and warm this bad boy up and get it going. are wrapping up this 2022 ZX14r. We're gonna go over the numbers at the end of the video for you guys. It is hot. Look at this. I wanna show you guys this. "92 degrees in here." It is hot. Our AC system, because we've been running it for so long, it actually, the coil kind of froze over today, so because we were constantly running. This is our third or fourth bike on the dyno today. So it's been a very long day, very tiring day, but it's hot as hell. I'm ready for the winter. I am ready for the winter. It needs to cool down already. You gotta love Florida. We're in what, mid-September? Something like that, middle of September, and it's 90 something degrees, so gotta love Florida. We're sweating our asses off right now. So, but we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna get these final pulls done on the dyno here, and we're gonna go over, like I said, we'll go over the numbers at the end, and we'll let you guys know. But we're gonna go ahead and go through the quick shifter as well. We got that all dialed in, so we're gonna crush that real quick and show you guys what it sounds like with the quick shifter and the exhaust and everything all dialed in. So here we go. Guys, we got that 2022 ZX14r all wrapped up, and it did as expected, to be honest with you. It did exactly what I was wanting it to do. So what I'm gonna do real quickly is we're gonna go over the numbers real quick for you guys and show you how it came in versus the new baseline versus the final runs. So here we go. So the red line was completely stock. We hit 185 wheel with 112 pound-foot of torque, and then with the full Brox exhaust, the Sprint air filter, the oiling mods, the clutch mods, everything else, all the mods that we installed, we got it up to 191 wheel horsepower and 111 pound-foot of torque. So almost 112. So basically the same here. We just picked up an additional 6 wheel horsepower here. And as you can see through the curve here, we picked up good mid-range just on the baseline, again, with the full exhaust system. And then we picked up some more up top here with the full exhaust. And again, the air filter and clutch mods and whatnot. But again, you can kind of see the gains all through the mid-range and up to the top end, okay? Now, you pair that with our ECU flash and the dyno tune, the full custom tune and everything. This is where we actually ended up. So we ended up at 201 wheel horsepower with 117 pound-foot of torque. So we picked up 5 pound-foot of torque today, Junior. Dirt. And we picked up 10 wheel overall versus the full bolt-ons. But ultimately we picked up 16 wheel horsepower with all the mods plus the tuning. So, and then as you can see here, we gained everywhere through the power curve. There wasn't basically any power loss once it was all said and done. So awesome gains. Again, like I said, this is exactly what I was expecting to see. Was right around 200 or so. Some of these we make a little bit more with a couple of more mods like the chain and sprockets and a few other little odds and ends that we do on these bikes. But ultimately, I mean, a 200 horsepower bike and 117 pound-foot of torque, that's pretty damn substantial for a street bike, honestly. Now, it is a heavy street bike. There are ways of dropping the weight. We do have a few videos about us showing you how to drop weight on those bikes and whatnot, but we do recommend that that you guys do drop the weight on them because they are heavy from the factory. So ultimately, if you can drop, 40, 50 pounds off these bikes, 60 pounds off these bikes, they start to become very, very competitive bikes. So don't sleep on the 14s. They're nasty bikes. And we're big fans of them, guys. We do a lot of these bikes. Honestly, we do a ton of these bikes. So anyway, hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Please leave your comment down below. Tell us what you think about it. Tell us what you guys want to see in the future. If there's anything specific that we did not catch that you want us to catch in the future, let us know. And we'll pinpoint those on that video and we'll showcase it to you guys. So thank you again for viewing. We really appreciate you guys. We'll see you on another episode.